What's up guys, so today we are going to be training some shoulders, going solo today, going to hit a load of raises, maybe a bit of pressing, just chase a good pump and see how we're looking afterwards. Shoulders is the best. Right guys, hope you're well. So while this video is on, I'm just going to basically discuss how I train my shoulders on this session and how you can do these variations to help you with your muscle growth if you're looking for them rounded shoulders or nice capped delts, as we say. So I start off with the rear delt fly. Simply my first set is activation purposes only, so I keep this quite light at about 20 kilo and just aim for just any form of activation, so any slight sort of burning sensation in the rear delts. So this can be anything from usually around about 10 to 15 reps. Yeah, so I'll just do that first set of activation and then I'll move on and I'll slowly increase weight, as you'll see here. And then I'll probably class this as a working set, so probably aiming really probably just for 10 reps. Again, just keeping it controlled, making sure that when I bring the handles back to the middle, I'm moving under good control and I'm not just letting the weight force me back to the middle, because there's a lot of work going on in the negative part of the movement, which is when you're bringing the handles together to the middle. Then from here, I would go up again. So in this case, I actually put it to about 60 kilo. This is probably too heavy to be honest, but I like to add a heavy top set in. Simply being because the rear delts are not hit enough. So I feel in my own personal case, if I put a heavy load in, I'm going to really tear the muscle. I can only get a few reps out on this weight under control, to the point where I thought I actually can't push this weight effectively anymore. So when I got to this point at about rep 5 or 6 here, as you can see, I'm struggling, added a couple of partials in, and then took the weight out and dropped it to around about 30 kilos, so half the weight, and then just go again, really just see if I can push out a few more reps. Basically, it's like a drop set but a back off set. Not going through all the plates, trying to burn out, just making sure that my shoulders are nice and loose, prepped, because as I move on to another rear delt exercise here. So what I've got here is a single arm cable rear delt fly. So I like to do this because with me bringing my arm back across the body, compared to the rear delt where you're stopping at the middle, bringing my arm across my chest allows a bit more of a stretch through the rear delt. Therefore my range of motion is increased, therefore I'm working harder and getting a more effective workout on that desired muscle group. And again, I'll just do it on the same again here. Again, really just another activation purpose before I move into like a working set. So keeping it quite light here. As you can see, I've got no handle. I'm just literally gripping on the end of the ball, grabbing the cable, because I just feel that I've got more control in this movement rather than trying to have a handle which is going to change the angle of my hand. If I'm like this, similar to the machine, or if I was to be like this with a handle, it wouldn't feel as effective. So I've got a nice close-up shot here. Just I thought it looked cool, nothing else. As you guys can see, I have a fist position, palm facing down, trying to keep my elbow fixed so there's no movement at the elbow joint. I'm literally just moving through the full shoulder and nothing else. So this is just another great rear delt exercise before I move on to my seated dumbbell shoulder press. So I did do a warm-up set before this, literally just with 10 kilo aside, just to make sure that I'm moving with no niggles and basically make sure I'm feeling good. Nothing more to it than that, just did 10 reps. Felt good, so moved straight onto the 25s here. And I literally, in that session, only aimed for 8 reps because I wanted to save some energy, then hopefully see how the 30s felt, which I'm just going to try now. I do normally struggle with dumbbell shoulder press, but I was pretty happy that these moved as well as they did for solid 8 reps. So I used my legs to get the dumbbells up one at a time, save energy, and then I felt like these did move with good control. I was really happy with these. I didn't try and just force them out for the sake of trying to get to a number. What I would class as full range. These were 8 good reps. It was struggling near the end, but it moved how I wanted it to move. So yeah, that's the 30s, and I just left it at that. I didn't want to push it. So then for me, I like to add in a lot of raises when I do my shoulder workout. So here we've got some lateral raises. I believe these are the 10s, and just to give an additional shock to my body, as well as these raises, which you can see here, I added in some bicep curls, but a slightly different variation, just something really for the pump. So we just did a 2 and 2 kind of formation. So we just do 2 reps on one arm, 2 reps on the next arm, and just keep moving in this fashion, just trying to squeeze at the top, and then I would actually just try and squeeze my tricep at the bottom of the rep. Quite hard to do this sort of thing because shoulders are pumped, and quite often feel like, yeah, you're trying to work your bicep, but my shoulders are still on fire. So it's really difficult just to try and put your full focus on your bicep. Kind of why I like it, because it adds that bit more of a mental challenge, and it's also quite cool because I use the 10 kilos for my raises, and instead of having to drop down a weight or go grab another set of dumbbells, I just use the 10s. It saves time and it hurts. So just another view of me doing the same thing. Just really, if you take note of how I'm doing my lateral raises, I just try and bring the dumbbells up to roughly chest height. I don't let the dumbbells go any higher than my shoulders. If they were to go higher than my shoulders, I bring my traps into it too much, and therefore you're taking it out of the deltoid muscles, which I just want to work on. And then again, I'll just move into my bicep curls. And then on this set, I did actually add in something a little bit saucy at the end. So yeah, just these curls, just normal supinated curls, these are called. Just trying to get as good of a squeeze at the top of the rep, and make sure I'm stretching, so fully extending at the elbow on the way down. It's tough. As you can see, a bit of a struggle. So my thought process throughout doing these curls is I'll try and do, say for example, 10 reps each side. So almost like 5 sets on each arm. If I did more, great. If I did less, not to worry. Then yeah, I just added these plate front raises with 15 kilo. This is like one of my personal favourites. What you'll notice as well is I'm actually like tilting the weight away from me. So just in theory, it seems like it's going to be heavier at top because the weight's actually a little bit further away from me. But that could just be a bit of bro science, could be nothing to it. It could be no more beneficial, could be no less beneficial, but I like it, so I add it into workouts. Felt really good, felt quite full on this session. Got a good shoulder pumping. Overall feeling really good. So yeah, that was the shoulder session for the workout there. Hope you enjoyed that little review, if you like, we'll call it, the overview. So the next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a video on how to do efficient warm-ups for both upper body and also lower body. So stay tuned for that. That'll be dropping very soon. This is going to be great for anybody who's not sure on how to effectively warm up or activate their muscles prior to doing weight training. And until next time, take care. But also, please remember to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment. Take care.